44 vintage photos of Sideshow, freaks that will leave you unsettled. George Sherwood Stratton, better known as General Tom Thumb, standing on a chair between two guards. 1860. Tattooed Lady Betty Broadbent prepares for an appearance at the fair in Flushing, Queens, New York. 1939. English freak and sideshow performer Horace Riddler in 1946. Extensively tattooed, he exhibited himself as the Great Omi, or the Zebra Man. An unidentified sideshow performer brings in the crowd to Coney Island's Dreamland Trained Wild Animal Arena for a show in New York, New York. Early 1910s. Daisy and Violet Hilton, a pair of British Siamese twins who toured the U.S. Sideshow in the 1930s, celebrating their 17th birthday. Jojo the Lion Man, a popular sideshow attraction. Circa 1910. Duke, the jungle tiger trained by George Carasello, a famous animal trainer, playing the saxophone. 1925. Dwarves and the Tall Man on stage at a sideshow. Date unspecified. At a Coney Island freak show, an albino is photographed with the fat lady. A flea circus poster is in the background. Date unspecified. A foot of the elephant on the head of a trainer. Circa 1938. The two-headed nightingale, Millie and Christine McKay, were Siamese twins born into slavery in America's South. They were sold to be displayed as a freak show and toured the northern USA and Europe as a singing duet. French contortionist. 1865. Colonel Ralph Goshen, known as the Arabian Giant, poses in a photo studio for a publicity shot. Circa 1865. Canadian circus performer Anna Haining Swan Bates poses next to her father Alexander Swan, seated, and her mother and Haining Swan, a woman of average height. 1870s. German circus performer hung to 656 feet by the hair. 1960. Members of Bertram Mills' freak show are examined by doctors. On the examination table is the giraffe-necked woman. 1935. A Burmese family, two of whose members have faces covered in hair, are just one of the attractions advertised by American showman and circus owner P.T. Barnum. 1890. Contortionist at a freak show. 1925. American silent film actor and sideshow performer Jack Earl shares sweeping duties with two members of the Doll family while on tour with the Ringling Brothers / Barnum and Bailey Circus. Circa 1938. A traveling circus sideshow attracts customers to see Joanne the Double-Sex Wonder during a stop in the small town of Abingdon, Virginia. 1967. The well-known circus sideshow performer Josephine Joseph, whose half-male, half-female body earned them a role in the film Freaks. 1932. Julius Graubert, Wright, the Pinhead. Stefan Bobrowski, better known as Lionel the Lion-Faced Man. 1914. Madame de Vere from Brooksville, Kentucky had a beard that was 15 inches long. Chicago, Illinois. 1890. A man electrocuting his wife for a fairground sideshow. Boston, Lincolnshire. 1957. Bear man, the bearded dwarf walking on all fours at the Greenbrier Valley Fair. 1938. Ruth Berry, born around 1910, was a prominent attraction from 1930 to 1965. She was born with phocomelia in all four limbs and her fingers were fused, giving her the appearance of having flippers. She was known professionally as mignonne, which means cute in French. Circa 1930s. 13-year-old Mildred Boer, a pupil in the Demuth Dancing School, practicing her acrobatics and her piano lesson at the same time. 1938. Circus performer Millie Kay's swallowing the head of a 12-foot python in the bar of the Peggy Bradford Hotel. 1952. Creo Farini was a hairy, flexibly jointed woman found in the Laotian jungle in 1885 and put on display by P.T. Barnum as a missing link. 1889. Dutch midget Johanna Pauline Musters, aka Princess Pauline, Lady Dot, or the midget mite, standing on the hand of her manager Verschuren. Circa 1890. She weighed 8.5 pounds and measured 17 inches in height. Silo the Seal Man, a retired sideshow performer, enjoying a donut for breakfast. 1960. Silas Whaley, the man without a stomach, pulling his stomach in so far it seems like he doesn't have one as he awes onlookers in Carnival Sideshow at the Greenbrier Valley Fair. 1938. A circus-strong woman balances a piano and pianist on her chest. Circa 1920. African-American sideshow circus entertainer Sylvia Portis, known as Sylvia the Elephant Girl, smiling and displaying her feet, which are deformed and show signs of the disease elephantiasis. 1944. Cabinet photograph of a young man with his entire chest and arms tattooed, New York, New York. Circa 1890. Director Todd Browning poses with cast members from his film Freaks. 1932. People standing in line to see a freak show in Coney Island. German clowns. Circa 1899. A circus woman performs a sword-swallowing trick. Date unspecified. Elderly American musician, Professor W.H. McMillan, a one-man band, sits with his bow and fiddle at the ready next to his drum and cymbal kit in front of a circus tent in Oakwood, Texas. 1910s. Portrait of Zip the Freak standing on the beach at Coney Island. 1925.